Oh, actually, I need to do the.
Tracking academic progress with one.
Welcome to my session. My name is Lei Ye, and I'm the Instructional Designer in Pacific Northwest University of Health Sciences, PNWU. And this is a project we implemented last summer, starting from last summer. And my collaborator, Dr. Tracy, Nguyen, she is the Director of Assessment, because we talk a lot about data, how we can pull data from different resources. And also Dr. Mary Johnson, Associate Dean of Academic Affairs. Yeah. So, welcome. Hopefully my session will benefit you and find some interesting ideas. Okay. So first I want to say I don't have any financial relationship with the company because it's not our product, but we do have good experience with them. Yeah. So for this session, I divide that into 3 parts. The first one, I'm going to share why we finally decided to go with this. And then the second part, I will do the lab demo using the site. And then the third part is more like project manager, how we implement that, which I also think maybe it's helpful. So first I want to talk something about PNWU. So we are a 4-year medical school, a private nonprofit school located in Yakima, Washington. So we kind of young, we founded in 2005 and started to have students in 2008. Yeah. And our mission is to educate and train physicians to serve those rural and medically underserved area. So we have a very big need for primary care physicians. So that's how our school is funded. And here is for now we have one big college called College of Osteopathic Medicine, COM, so PNWU-COM. So this is some fast fact, like we have faculty 46, some of them are basic science faculty, some of them are physicians. So they're in the school like teach 1 day, 0.2 FTE. Yeah, we also have a big group of admin and staff. And then, for 2015, we have 4-year student enrollment of about 495 students. And for starting from 2012, we started to have graduates. So for the past 4 years, we have 100% match rate. Yeah, we're really proud of our students because their national board is kind of above the average. And at the end of the medical school, they can find a good spot. So very exciting. And now, I heard Idaho is also kind of thinking about having another dual school. And I do see we have the need to train more physicians because this group is really stressful, struggling. Yeah. Okay. So first, I want to talk what our dilemma was tracking student progress. So in our institution, Power Campus is the student information system. And Moodle is our learning management system. And also there is another tool called eValue, which healthcare professionals are more familiar. So that tool, usually they do the scheduling, rotation, so which rotation where, and also evaluations. Student evaluate preceptors, preceptor evaluate student. So on 3rd and 4th year, they do lots of stuff in evalu, and also their grades. And so from students' perspective, their profile and final grades, official grades are in Power Campus. Then on the 1st and 2nd year, most time they use Moodle to check their progress. And then moving to the 3rd and 4th year, they also still use Moodle. We have a course, and then in Moodle, they have lots of information delivered to them, but they heavily rely on eValue. So students have kind of headache in trying to say, where I am, how much, this and that problem. And we see, wow, and lots of times we receive requests and say, respond to them. That's how we have like headache, number 1. And number 2 is for our faculty advisor. So when students come in for the 1st year, we assign them to faculties. So basic science faculty, they teach those areas, but they may have ideas, say how students do in their clinical areas. And the other way around, clinical faculty have no clue about how they do in the basic science area, their foundation. So lots of time they just rely on what students tell them. or what do they bring to them and get some advice. But it may not be the truth, or that it could be easily kind of, student will drag your attention to a certain way when you do the advising thing. And it's hard for faculty to do the prep because they don't see stuff. It's more like real-time reaction. So that's another dilemma. And also, after they they finish the first 2 years, then they move to those everywhere, most like Pacific Northwest, those WWAMI states, but also some of them go to California or East Coast. Yeah. When they go into the region, they are kind of, we don't have much direct contact. Although third and fourth year clinical education department, they pay more attention to them, but we assign them to regional deans and site administrators to track them, give them advice, manage them. But for those people, they have no way to know what does this student do for the very first 2 years, in terms of knowledge, skills, in terms of their behavior, all these. So lots of times they email our coordinator who works with third and fourth year and say, can you send me this and this? Can you tell me that and that? And all these regional people are super busy, super crazy people. So sometimes they may send something, and then if they don't get in-time response, they just push it back. So our student will feel like, oh, I'm in the middle of nowhere. I want to get some attention, but yeah, so we feel like if we can find something, give them access, they don't need to rely on us, they can find the data, that will be awesome. Yeah. So also for this one, we say, even in PNW, we have like student affairs, academic affairs, registrar office, assessment office. We all deal with data. And then sometimes we'll check from one department to the other department and say, oh, is your version the last version? Or, these kind of things. They will say, why we need to duplicate all these? Why everybody spend the same time? And then create headaches for us. And so I just found this dear bird and say, yes, exactly what we do. And we say, oh no. So, yeah. And also for students, they struggle. We have the student progress committee, and we will say, yeah, should we advise that you continue, or say you may take a certain time off, or whatever decision made. It's very big decision because medical school, the tuition is high. They work really hard, but sometimes they just didn't perform as they expect. So at this time, we need to really try to figure out what's the reason. Is that you really, it's something you can fix, or it's something you couldn't fix. But those decisions are heavily relied on data. And then again, we can start to chasing data everywhere. So lots of time decision-making progress is just wait. Yeah, until kind of in one conference, our associate dean, she kind of heard this interesting product because it's kind of started from a medical school, and they kind of present that in a AA-COM, it's a medical school conference, and they say that their concept is to creating this Progress IQ platform, and then this platform can grab data from all different data sources. Some are automatically feed, some are manually upload. But anyway, users from front end, their experience will be simplified. So I say it's kind of, you can do the real-time monitoring, because the automatic feed is kind of nightly feed, those national board scores. Yeah, and also for our in-house, our grades, we kind of try to update that as frequently as possible. And then it has 24/7 access. They don't need to wait for somebody to reply to their emails and find those stuff. So that's the product I'm going to share. Okay, and then I want to do the demo using the live site. Okay. So it's a very simple, very straightforward kind of interface. Oops, is it? Oh, I think it's which. You know what? Let me.
Perfect.
Yeah. So this is the progress IQ. When you log in, you will see this. So we have student login. We have different roles: students, faculty, staff, dean, administrator, and the registrar. So we have different, you can define different roles, which page they can access, what kind of stuff they can do. So it's kind of customizable for us. So for now, I log in as the administrator, which means I can see everything. Yeah, but if you log in as student, since student there is no demo mode, so I couldn't log in using the student. But typically student, you will see the home and snapshot, only these two tabs. So for the snapshot, that's where the grades progress is. So for me, if I search for DO, which is our first year student, and then I just grab a student, so you will see this popping up. So you got student pictures, so their general profiles. Can you see this clearly? Okay, yeah. And also see here, it's the general information, which register enrollment office, they are responsible to upload once a year. And also here, the admission tab, you can see their background. So where do they come from, which kind of, yeah, they're undergraduate school. And AppCat is, yeah, another area. And also personal information. So all these information, whenever it's faculty or regional dean, site administrator, they log in, they can quickly know, okay, this is the student I'm talking with. And if you scroll down, and you will see these are the grades. So OMS 1, oops, sorry. So first semester, second semester, yeah. So see this, I just grabbed a student for the DO 2019, which is the new student. So they only got 2 semesters. And then when you hover over on this bubble, you can see their progress. So all the quiz and the exams. So this process is kind of manual. So we rely on our coordinators to upload the spreadsheet to make it project, to show it here. And also for this one, the course details is the description of the course. So for the 3rd and 4th year regional people, they will know, oh, okay, it's gross anatomy, but different medical school teach different, may have different focus on gross anatomy. So they may quickly know, okay, this is what you guys do. Yeah. So that's also helpful. And this is the current year, you can see. And for now, yeah, they just barely start this respiratory system, so nothing show up yet. Okay. If I grab so this is the 4th year student. They are graduating this year. Yeah, next month actually. So for them, they will have more stuff showing up, like the 3rd year or OMS2. And see, this is the core rotation. In the 3rd year, they go out for the core rotation. And the 4th year, they do more like elective rotations. So for this rotation, if we double click on each rotation, this part is the automatic data feed. So they pull data from eValue, and you can see this is the preceptor evaluation of student. And also we have student evaluation of preceptors, of rotations, and their COMAS scores. So it's very healthcare related product, but it very fit our needs. Yeah. And also here we have another 2 options. One is the notes. So notes is the area for us to put record. And public notes means everybody can see that. Usually faculty use that to say, on date so-and-so, I meet with students. If there is any issues, they just track their progress. And private note is something they want to just for you only. But for the, I think the 3rd part, say if student request, they have the right to view everything. So we kind of tell our faculty and say, be cautious to take your notes because it's not really private. Yeah. And this administrative tab is something we create after we implement this product, and we say we want to have some notes we can share among faculty, staff, but not with students. So it's more like backhand. Not saying, oh, this student is awful, it's not for this use, but just sometimes we want to have some kind of communication at this level. So they kind of work with us and create this tab. Okay. So that's for the, yeah. So when you see here, advisor list, when you log in as a faculty advisor, usually you will see which student assigned to you. So when you go back to check their grades, you always go back to check the snapshot is where you find the data. And then only students assigned to you will show up, but others you won't be able to. And for this course that if you are the course director, we enter you as the course director, then you will be able to see all the all the grades for everybody. So after we use this Progress IQ, we abandoned our Moodle gradebook. So we just use this system to kind of keep everybody on page. Yeah. Although faculty, they like to keep their own spreadsheet. Say, yeah, it's okay, it's fine for you to do that. But we don't use Moodle as the platform to deliver grades. You just check what's Progress IQ. Yeah. But if you are not the course director, you click on other courses, you will only see the students who are your advisees. So you won't see everybody's. But for now, since I'm the administrator, so I can see everything. Okay. And this photo roster basically is just pictures. Oh, sorry, it's the demo mode, so it couldn't show you all the pictures. 140 students every year, they use the kind of game, kind of flip, what the game called about? Yeah, so faculty, they kind of try to do this to remember all our students, matching the face and the name. Yeah, so something like that. And yeah, the final is the administration. So for this account management, see, for here you can see how this product, it's very straightforward. You have college concept. For now, we only have one college, so College of Osteopathic Medicine. And then you have role management, which like administration, we can access everything. Then for dean, we just give them view only. They can view everything, but couldn't change any of the stuff. Yeah, staff is also kind of, they have limited access to certain data. If they need to do the upload, download, we will give them the, yeah, so we really customize according to our needs. And then for this user management is where you typically change each user, create their new account or change their information, password, something like this. Yeah, so it's here. And module is about the site. And this role authorization is where we can say which role can access what kind of data. Yeah. So it's kind of very simple. And then we got student management and course management. And lots of time people use this data loader. Kind of for students, they need to load their profile data. They can just do the batch upload, or they can adjust the information by individually. That's both ways works. You can see all these things. That's something customizable. And also for the course, yeah, we first load all the course base. So how many courses for this semester, how many credits, and course descriptions. And then the grade sheet is for the frequency, like every week they upload a new grade sheet, so it's updated. Yeah, course leader is the course director who give the access to each course, the course data. And photo is what populate in the photo roster. Yeah. So, yeah, this is the very simple concept. Some people will feel like, oh, it doesn't look very fancy, you log in, everything is laid out. I say, yeah, it's exactly what we need because for medical school, 2 more clicks means nobody wants to use it. Yeah, so that's why we kind of say, this product works for us. Yeah, and also I think they are pretty. The nice thing for them is they really like to listen to us. So we say, oh, if we could have this feature here, is that possible? And they will say, oh, it's possible or it's not possible. We'll give them a big list and they will come back and say, can you tell us how badly you want it? Because we couldn't give you everything like within 1 month. You just prioritize them, and we can tell you what we can do, and kind of we have a plan. So that's how I think it really, the customer service part is kind of good. Yeah. Oh, I think I forgot to click on this one. Sorry, the national exam. Because for medical school, it's important. They need to go through different steps to take the boards. So here, also pulling all the data automatically, so people will have the real time. And that's a big feature they really like. Okay, so any question?
I have a couple, but I'll let Bob go first.
Well, yours is probably better than mine, but so this is, you have something else tracking the students, and this program pulls from that?
Yeah.
What do you use that's behind this?
So, can you elaborate a little more what mean?
I think my question is very similar to Bob's. So the general student information comes from the
Power Campus.
Power Campus solution,
Uh-huh.
and so that's one of those nightly integrations that you have? I
No,
assume?
Power Campus one is kind of yearly. Our register office, they do the big batch upload.
Okay.
And if students kind of drop out or they have change, they just go into the system and change that individual students.
Okay.
But every year, that's because we started that last year. So we kind of say for this coming year, yeah, they will start loading all students all at once.
So the course registrations, like which courses they're registered in or which classes they're taking, who those instructors are, that comes over.
Yeah, also our register.
And do they do that manually now, or is that a direct integration that happens?
It's not direct integration. It's still spreadsheet upload thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of CSV file. You just define different columns and then upload that. It will pick up the information.
Yeah, and then my next question was on the grade book. So now that you've got that information in there and you're populating the information for the students about what the quizzes were, that's done through a spreadsheet too that the instructors keep. Do they have like a standard format that they use for those, or do you let them kind of, here's the fields we require, or you can do whatever you want with the...
Oh, they have the template.
Okay, they have a template.
Yeah, so like here, like say the data loader,
Uh-huh.
if we want to say do the course, say grade sheet,
Uh-huh.
so you can do the download. So you download, there is a spreadsheet.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you can see.
Does Progress IQ allow you to do direct data integrations with systems like Moodle or other pieces?
I don't think for
Okay.
now.
It requires it to be uploaded?
Yeah, I think for now, because they are also kind of started for several years. It's not say a very big team.
Right.
Yeah, they started from medical school. They really feel the same headache. Then their IT team kind of have this focus and develop this product. So
Okay.
for now, I think it's most likely this one. But check with them.
Right.
Yeah, this is what we do for now. If they can move do more automatic thing, I think that will benefit us too.
Right.
Yeah, I think one thing of their I like is they feel like, oh, you are the real user, and also we are also kind of healthcare provider, but each institution does different. So you tell us what you need, help us to improve the product, and we can also kind of benefit more people. Yeah, so I like this kind of win-win situation. Yeah, they really like to hear about you instead of saying, oh, why you ask this, ask that. We welcome those. Yeah, see, you can see these are the typical column headers, and then you can replace all these. So whatever you put here, it will kind of populate in system. Yeah, they call it a dump system because it very loyal. Say if you had a mistake there, it will populate there. Yeah. So yeah, that's what we do right now. Okay. Oh, yeah, sure.
How are you measuring the success or effectiveness of this product overall?
Yeah, so, let me share that because I kind of talk about that and I would like to hear. I'll grab that. Yeah, those skip the slides. I just say, what if the internet doesn't work? I have them back. Yeah. So for this one, oh no, sorry, not here. Yeah, so this is the project implementation. Yeah, so for us, we are a small institution. So lots of time we just go directly talk to people, get their information instead of sending out a survey. And we also learned the survey, the response rate is not very high because no matter faculty and students, they are super, I feel like they are overcommitted. Yeah, so they're super, so we understand and we just go out and reach them to see, tell us what do you feel like. Yeah, that's how we kind of get feedback. So for this project implementation process, I kind of call it like multi-phase, 5-phase. So for the phase 1, say we get the administration and faculty buy-in. I think for every product, if you want to change or you want to add, it just irritates their nerves. They kind of tend to say, no, we are kind of overwhelmed. Don't do more things to us. You know, whatever I have is good. I don't need those fancy stuff. But for this thing, I think the product itself is trying to simplify their process. So it's not that tough. And that time we were talking about hiring one more coordinator trying to respond to emails and the request. So we talked with our administration and say we have the options. You could either use the money to hire another person, train that person, still in this kind of, that mode, or you can, but maybe that's even more expensive because of benefit, or you can use the money to buy this product and try it, because we're not the very first one to use that, and the people before us, they had good feedback, so we kind of say we want to have a try, and we calculate numbers. So in the internal proposal stage, we bring all this to them, and then luckily they say, okay, go ahead and do it. We can, and also at the very early stage, we talk with student affairs, enrollment office, registrar office, assessment office, all these parts. We say, if we want to have this product, what will be ideal process? What kind of stuff you can save you time? The workflow may change. Maybe you will kind of add some steps, but you should kind of, overall speaking, you should save time. So that's our goal. So we also talk with them to see their needs. And then they will tell us, for the current process, I don't like this and this, that. If you can fix that problem, hallelujah, I'm going to use that. Something like, so we get a lot of feedback at that stage. So we help us say, yeah, this is the product we want. And then, say we work with the vendor, Progress IQ, they kind of give us, set up the site and then give us access, working with our RT department, kind of to have users log in, define different roles, and doing that technical part work. And then after that, so our experience is when you start a project, maybe you already kind of experienced that, you have that sort of thing, set the milestone and the checkpoint. So we kind of lay out the big plan, but not super detailed. By certain time we're supposed to have this, by certain time we're supposed to have that, and kind of trying to follow that. Yeah, we did a kind of miss some, which caused us kind of those moments. But then after that, we put more focus on that one, and it runs very good. So I say also put a key person as the point person. For us, it's Dr. Nguyen. So she is the lead person. Whatever activity within PNW, we always kind of send it to her. And she is the one to talk with the vendor and so actually in their side, there also has one person. So it's kind of easy for multiple people, track and stuff. So that's our lesson learned too. And trying to streamline the workflow and see how from the day one, how we load the students to training them, and then they can use them. What if there is some tech issue, how we can, that's all discussions in that stage. And then I think then we start to think about the training. So we developed like paper-based, email them with the attachment, a PDF file with screenshots step by step. Also for faculty so every year when we start new year, we have a one-day faculty workshop. So we can update what's going on, what's the tool we're going to use this year. So in that we can arrange this. And also you can see it's not a very complicated system. Without training, you can also figure out what you can see. So but still, lots of time they say, oh, can you remind me? Some I say, I still have faculty struggling with left click and right click, because when they are stressed, when they need to quickly perform, it seems like it's just locked, and it just, what should I do? Those kind of moments. Yeah, so we just say, feel free to give us a call, feel free to stop by, we want to walk you through something like that, and kind of trying to build a relationship with faculty. Yeah. And this phase 4, we say we go live, so everything go live, go to the students, go to faculty, goes to regional people. Yeah. And then we realize, oh, this is not exactly what I imagined. People seems like use it differently. So by getting those feedback, we also kind of say, oh, anything is that for us? For example, like I remember when you hover over the bubble, it will showing up the progress. And then our coordinator, actually, they put too much text in the column head. So the display really looks weird. And then the alignment is kind of, you need to do this. I say our neck is kind of this way kind of to see. So we talk with the vendor and say, how can we fix this? Then they say, yeah, when we design the product, we say like 25 characters or whatever, kind of they have a character limit. But they say, it seems like you need more. So they kind of spend some time just improve the tool. So now we don't need to shrink our stuff. They just improve it, so now the alignment looks good. Yeah, so something like that we experience, we just keep constant communication with them and they trying to fix them. And then sometimes we hear like students will tell us, oh, seems like this doesn't look right. And then we will go back to see, is that our user error or is that system problem? Yeah, we identify both. And we're still in the process to trying to fix a lot of stuff. Yeah. And then for the phase 5, it's kind of feedback and the improvement stage. Yeah. At first, when they do the demo to us, they kind of lay out their first 2 years. But their program is not exactly the same as ours. So we say, for us, we want this. Is it possible for you to also track this data in Progress IQ? And they say, oh, yes. Or they say, later, because we still have our wish list. Yeah, so I say, when you use the product, you don't feel like, oh, this is the product designed, and if it doesn't have this feature, okay, we live with it. But actually, I think you can help them to improve the product too. Yeah, and also track your idea. Just don't be too excited. Sometimes it may not happen very quickly, but keep it somewhere. You can always go back and kind of revisit. Yeah, keep asking. Yeah. So for now, we kind of in this phase 4 and 5, round and round. So here, I want to share is our user feedback. So I talked with several people and see what do you think. So of course, our associate dean, she is the one kind of wrote up the proposal saying, I want this product. I say, now do you feel like money really kind of worth it or not worth it? She said, yeah, I just love it. Because as a higher level admin, I need to talk to my supervisor. I need to talk to president. So I just log in, say, yeah, get student data, show the big picture. That's it. You don't need to spend much time to do the prep, printing stuff or loading stuff. You just make sure you have the access. And in front of him, you just grab that out and you can discuss, oh, this is the weak area, or this, because they have the course view. They also have the individual student view. So it's very handy. So she said, absolutely love it. And also 4-year curriculum. By just look, instead of go back to the student catalog and to see what this course is about, how many credits, you can just hover over it. It gives you stuff. And then, Assistant Dean of Clinical Education. So her role is overseeing 3rd and 4th years. So she contacts all people in the region. And then lots of times, students will go to her office and say, oh, can you give me some advice? Which rotation should I pick for the very first time? And with 140 students, I say, yeah, let me take a look at your background so I can help you identify, and then start by talking and checking. She feels like, oh, it's really been helpful for her to kind of use the product while she's advising students in the plan their whole program. And then also Yeah, I asked our registrar people, they feel like the Power Campus, the download, upload process is simple and easy for them. Yeah, they work with us about the notes section, give us the training about the FERPA thing, because we don't have that sense at the very beginning and say, faculty, staff, you need to think about this, yeah. And for this one is the grade. See, by talking with them, I found anything we will continue work on is they say when they upload the spreadsheet, seems like if the data in the system have like 15 quizzes, but the second time if you upload a quiz with only 10 columns, then there are some display issues there. Yeah, so I think, okay, yeah, that's good to know, because I have no idea about this. You tell me this, then I can work with them to get this fixed. And for our faculty, I say they use the notes section, they feel like it's helpful. Yeah, they don't need to use other tools, they just put everything in Progress IQ. And also, yeah, the second one is from our learning skills specialist. Yeah, they feel like in the back end, all the faculties are connected as well. Yeah, that's another benefit. And for the regional people, see how they don't want to talk more. It's just very simple and just straightforward. I'm not out of time. Oh, okay,
I
almost.
think you're getting close, but yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, and for our students, I think one big benefit is they don't need to click. Just one case, they can get everything. Yeah. For the next step, I would say we will continue to optimize the interface, and also we are working on, say, after this year, we need to put everything in the document and say what's the workflow, what's the best workflow, which department is responsible for what. So we are on the same page and getting this smooth experience. Yep. Okay, yeah. So we have some questions, but since the time, we can always connect later. Yeah.
Well, I was just kind of curious about, you said that there's a course level reporting. Can you, is that kind of the highest level reporting is the course level reporting, or can you look at all students in the program? What's the kind of, the biggest picture that you can get with sort of a view of the
I think
student?
for now, what I have done is export them by course.
Right.
Yeah. Because for us, the big picture, we use ExamSoft as our testing software.
Okay.
So we run longitudinal report to get that kind of
Got it.
image. Yeah. For this is more like user, they get their information, year 1 to 4. Yep. Okay. Thank you. Oh, sorry, the thank you page disappeared too quickly. Yeah. Thank you.